personal energy battery capacity, or something like that. Personal battery. That is what I wanted to talk about in this video. You guys have heard me mention it before, and I keep saying I'm going to make a video, so here I finally am to talk about it. This is an extremely important subject. I'm not kidding. I often joke, but this is not that. Your personal energy battery. Let's talk about this. Here's how life works, and I only recently heard this and understood this, so I had no idea this was really a thing, which is why I wanted to make the video, and it kept being, make it. Here we are. So the deal is like this. When you wake up in the morning, you have a specific energy battery for yourself to run on. Let's think of it as the great reset when we sleep for our battery. So magically overnight, the universe does what it does and clears and cleanses and recharges your battery, your personal energy battery. So when you wake up in the morning, you have, let's say, this much of a battery. Now what happens is, everything that you do, everything, either kind of adds to the battery. You can't really expand it beyond its capacity, however, you can fill it back up. Your battery can either be depleted, mostly depleted, or you can fill it back up with certain tasks, but mostly everything is going to deplete your energy. The question is, how much of that personal battery capacity is going to be taken up by the task that you're doing? Things that can drain your energy. I mean, all of this is natural, first of all. You know, your battery will drain over the course of the day, just like your phone would. Just like, you know, you started off at the end of the day and then you, after working on your apps and whatever, and the battery is like this big. That's what happens with you as well. So understand that everything that you engage in and you do, from the literal tasks that you're doing to the people that you're energy exchanging with, the people that you interact with, can also really, really drain you. And that's why I wanted to make the video. Because something that I didn't realize was factoring into my loss of energy. Because I was, let's say I started off with this, I was coming to there in like almost no time. It would be not even the morning and I would feel like it was, 7 p.m. energetically. And that wasn't flying. And I'm like, what is happening here? And finally I realized that for me, in that situation, in that moment, it was a relationship that was draining my energy. It was literally vampirizing my energy. And what's crazier still about that, really, if you want to drive this home, is it wasn't even, and this is actually even speaking more to the latest video about you don't have to keep connections just because you have one if it's not serving you. I realized that even though that connection was not something that is typically in person, that particular person drained me so much, and I'm really sad saying this, truly, because of the ways that they'd learned to survive. Our energy exchange between us was so out of balance that they literally just always drained me, and I would walk away being like, feeling legitimately tired. Particularly if you have any connections in your life that you walk away from an interaction being like, and you're like exhausted, that's a big sign that drained your energy battery way down. And so the first task I would invite you to do is check out with your life, write down the types of things that maybe you normally do in a day, and then write down next to it for yourself, how much energy do you feel that takes away from you, or how much energy, because this can happen, does it give to you? For me, for example, that could be something that gives me energy. Being outside in nature, taking a walk, meditating, those things give me energy. Eating good fruits. And for you, that might be something else. It might be horseback riding. It might be, I don't know, swimming. It could be maybe reading gives you energy. Heck, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It could be whatever it is for you. The point is that certain activities and certain relationships will drain your energy, and certain activities and certain relationships will give you energy. And that's the point of this video, to start becoming aware of that. Because you'll find that it's a really helpful tool and a really, really helpful barometer of whether you're having healthy relationships, whether you're taking healthy actions, aligned actions, and if you're in alignment. Because if most of the things you do, or the things that you're choosing to do, drain you really quickly, then they're probably really big energy battery sucks, for lack of knowing what else to say about that. They are really big drains on the battery. So I invite you to examine your personal battery and your tasks and really make that list of what drains my energy and what gives me energy. And perhaps even to put those somewhere where you look daily, so that if you fall into the pattern of doing some of those draining things, you can look at that direct comparison and say, well, wait, do I want to do this, or would I rather do the thing that I know gives me some energy? And you can also, it makes your life a little bit easier to navigate, in the sense that then you have more energy available. It might sound kind of funny because then you're seeing where your energy goes and just who and what might be taking away more and less from you or giving you energy. Then you can better direct your life with discernment. And really, it does start to feel better. So understand that no matter what you're doing, everything's going to drain your personal energy battery, and that's totally okay. That is completely how we are designed. Understand that every night when we go to bed, that energy battery does get reset. So you don't have to panic. It's not like, oh my God, my battery is going to run out. No, you will always have a battery and it will always get reset at night. The question is though, how fast do you want that to deplete during the day? You know, if you, like me, realize that you want to, that you want to have a lot more energy, then I invite you to examine what you're doing and who you're doing the things with, and to see what drains you and what gives you energy. If you know anyone that this would help, please do share the video, because I aim to get the message out there after all. Subscribe, as it does really help out a small content creator like myself to get the message out there. And last but not least, if you, my beautiful soul, do need support or coaching, you can always reach out at this email address here, where it would be my pleasure to help you in whatever way I can. So have a beautiful day. Go and enjoy this beautiful weather if you're having nice weather like this. Actually, you should always get out in nature anyways. Breathe some fresh prana. Get that oxygen in the lungs, helps with clarity. And other than that, I will see you, beautiful cats, in the next video. Namaste, much love, and stay healthy. Bye. So, if you know anyone that this would, maybe. Ooh. But really like was so out of balance that they literally just always drained me, and I would walk away being like, chipmunks. You will always have a battery and it will always get reset at night. And really, it does start to feel better. Whoa. Or something like that.